Hey there, I'm Rachel, and I would love to be a part of A Taste. So today I'm going to be making for you a short and sweet baking classic, the chocolate chip cookie. So, to start off, I've already pre-melted 2 full sticks of salted butter, and we're just going to go ahead and pour this right into this giant mixing bowl I have right here, okay? Alright, so next I like to keep the liquids together, so we're going to move into the eggs. So I'm going to crack 1 egg, as is, right into here. Boom. I'm going to throw that off to the side. And then the second egg, this is the little tricky part. We're going to crack it, but we're going to separate it from the rest of it. We're going to keep the yolk in here. This can get pretty messy, so don't feel too bad if you mess it up your first try. Look at that. Boop. Alright, so moving on, we're going to whisk this all up, kind of like you're making scrambled eggs, except with a lot more butter. So we're just going to do this. Boop. Nice and mixed, until you get a nice, even mixture right there. Alrighty, so next we're going to move on to the sugar. So I have 1/2 cup of regular granulated sugar right here, and we're literally just going to dump that in there right there. Alright, and we also have a full cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar, not the dark brown sugar. Dump that straight in there too. And then we're going to mix all that sugary goodness right into the butter, literally right in there, until you get a nice gooey mixture like that. Yeah. So it looks super appetizing right now, but I promise it's going to be great. Okay. So once you got it nice and even consistency, make sure you scrape the edges so that you don't miss any bits on the sides, because we want all of that lovely sugar in there to make these cookies delicious. Alright. Getting a little messy up in here. Just leave that right there. Alright, so next we're going to mix in some of our dry goods. But before we shoot this in there, we are going to do this. And this is literally 2 1/4 cups of flour. And we are going to continue to mix again. And so this is just a lot of mixing. It's pretty simple. Here we go. And you want to mix this until, again, it is a lovely, nice, even consistency. Alright. Now this part takes a bit of doing, just because there's so much flour. But you know, it's going to be worth it in the end. Alright. This is starting to look like cookie dough. Alright, but we are not done yet. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Hold up. Get it nice. It likes to stick to the sides, so don't forget to scrape the sides real good, just so you get all of that in there. Alright. Use some elbow grease up in here. This is some really thick cookie dough, but it will be better for it. Alright. So let's not lose our fork. No, okay. So we're going to take 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder. Do not make that mistake. Alright. And I'm just going to plop that right in there. And then you're going to take 1 teaspoon of salt. And you're probably thinking, Rachel, why salt? And it's because I told you so. So, there we go. The salt is not cooperating with me today. So I recommend you actually get a legitimate salt shaker instead of the shenanigans that I'm doing. Whatever. Any day now, salt. Any day now. You know what? I'm just going to shake some more in here. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Alright, and the last touch for this part is the vanilla extract, which I did not pre-open. So just pretend that this doesn't happen. You're not going to tell anybody, are you? Didn't think so. Right, so we need 1 1/2. I like to do my pouring over other bowls so I don't make a huge mess. And I recommend you do the same. And the last bit is 2 teaspoons of milk. You can pick any milk you want. I just happen to have non-fat milk on hand. So I'm going to use that. Boop. And that is why we use bowls, children. Alright, then we're going to mix all that shenanigans up again. Mix it nice all up in there. Till it's all up in there. Okay. And here is my favorite part, arguably the best part. We're gonna stick a whole bunch of chocolate chips in there. And literally, it doesn't matter how many, it's however many you want. And I, like most females, love chocolate, so we are just gonna mix them in there until I see it's fit. Alright. That could use some more chocolate. Oh yeah. Alright, that looks amazing. Alright, so now that we've got all of this yummy cookie dough goodness, look how sticky that is, my goodness. We are going to come over here to my lovely pre-buttered pan, and we are just going to dollop this all over it. Alright, so it depends on how big you want the cookies. So like, it's really not rocket science. Just scoop some yummy goodness all up on there. And sure, they look pretty weird and wonky now, but once you pop them in the oven for a couple minutes, they're going to look glorious. Here, let me get you a little better look at that. And you can use any kind of pan you want as long as it is coated in butter or cooking spray. Alright, get that all up on there. These are going to be some giant cookies. Because who doesn't love giant cookies? I know I do. Right. Try to keep them evenly spaced because if you get them too close together, you'll have a giant cookie monster in your hands. And that would be no fun for sharing. I mean, you could eat it all yourself, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Alright. All up on here. Alright. And once you got a decent and evenly spread amount of cookies, I'm going to add a little bit more on this little shenanigans over here. This one needs some more love too. Alright. Once you see your little cookie army is fit, you can go ahead and stick it in the oven. Alrighty. So I was a little overzealous with the cookie baking, and they got a little monstrous, but that's okay. It's what we like to call in the baking world a happy accident. I mean, who doesn't love a giant cookie? So, if you please, just have a taste.